Good evening, dear devotees of this great Sadguru, my uncle Shirdi Baba. I'm going to start. The real start will come a little later. Congratulations and good luck to all those who are going to undergo surgeries on this Monday. Sorry, Monday, I always say Monday because the TV says in America 40 years I learned Monday because Monday night football. So on Monday, they're going to have some surgeries. Three of excellent devotees. All the three will get excellent results. Just like, is everything okay? Shriram, ठीक है ना? I talked about, I'm very fond of this Ankita child. This Ankita child, MB Reggae, is a former retired judge of Indore High Court. He used to live in Indore and he met with Sri Narasimha Swamiji. Every home has got a reserved place on the right side of Shirdi Baba. It doesn't mean on the left side of Shirdi Baba is no good place. She chose wise selection, indeed. You shifted your place. You're always there where Mr. Ramakrishna is sitting. Mr. Ramakrishna and others will sit here. Hey, this is the allotted locations of host. It's all right, host feels one among the devotees. That's an excellent thing. Reggae, I told you, is an Ankita child. Is it booming? Is it okay? Is it a little bit booming? Rajeshwari ji? Booming? It is better now? Okay, if it is better, I'll keep this distance. Is it clear? Clear? She is the host now because right in front of me, these two, they wanted to become host. But they are not done, no, not you. She has not done the puja in her home. Pretty soon. Reggae was an Ankita child. I have explained to you what is an Ankita child. Ankita children were chosen by Shirdi Baba personally. If you want to be an Ankita child, you better read my email and say, in order to, right? In order to approach me, you should have what? All those things. I'm reminding because most of you don't read emails. Some people say, Mama, you're using too hard words. Some people say, we don't understand your English. Then I tell them, who said that email is English? That is French. So, Greek and Latin. To somebody else, I said, this is Greek and Latin. Because they didn't understand 2-3 words. English comes to me naturally. I just write and tell Sapna ji, where is Sapna? No, Sapna's here. So, she understands all my English because I learned English from Sapna. In this country, everybody is asking me, where is this Sapna? I want her phone number. She got children in Minneapolis to come and join her class in English. Her English is beautiful, seen from the email. Farfile. What is farfile? My daughter only knows the meaning. None of you know this word. If you tell me farfile's correct meaning without referring to your phone, I'll give you $108 right now. None of you know that. I know that. Except, where is Vaishnavi? Oh, she is there. Okay. She had a tough time learning the background, everything. So English is a beautiful language. That's one of the reasons Satsang's popular man, 2022, told me, Uncle, your satsangs are all very nice to hear. You develop very methodically. And today I'm trying to develop very, very methodically from MB Reggae. And methodically, very, very, strategically, you tell all the miles. MB Reggae, all his life, he enjoyed Ankita child's great, great benefits of the Sai uncle. But I am choosing 3 or 4. And 3 or 4 from all your lives I already know. I also know the future because in the email has said empowering minds and enriching, what? Enriching future. Baba is going to empower, what is that email? Loud. Gettiga matladandi. Yeah. And all of you think I don't know Telugu, right? Every week I learn some Telugu. Today also in your home I learned Telugu. How to introduce your mother to everybody.
I said in Telugu. So she is expecting, okay, I lecture in Telugu. Sorry. Uncle's favorite language is English and only English. What really happened to Rege? Rege was not born an emperor. He was born a normal man.
As a boy, his family introduced him to goddess Durga. Durga ji from India, all of you, I hope, some of you are born here, and all these girls and boys are born here. So they may not know Durga ji, but your home has got big pictures of Durga, Parvati Devi, Shiva. Some of you have Sadguru, Sripad,
Sumati Maharani. All these powerful people.
If you want to know how powerful they are, you must know first Shirdi Baba. How did M.B. Rege found such a big, voluminous reference by Narasimha Swamiji in the book? Because just like Ramachandra Atmaram Tarkad, just like Jyotindra Ramachandra Tarkad, just like Sita Devi, there is one Sita Devi sitting here, just like Nana Chandorkar, Nana, different in Telugu language, right? Nana Chandorkar, just like M.B. Rege, just like Radhakrishna, just like Das Ganu. These people are all getting that places as Ankita children. There are other 100 children. He was worshipping Durga ji because the family asked him to. He was 8 years old. And gradually, one day in his vision, in his dream, 8-year-old boy, Vishnu Maharaj appeared. Vishnu Maharaj appeared and said, you can always, you can come to me and do namaskar, and then I'll come to you and talk with you several times. When Vishnu Maharaj was saying that, he also showed another very famous picture, the Dhruv. Dhruv, the star. His story and all that I have not told in satsangs. This is a big story, Lord Shiva and Dhruv held in Varanasi, Kashi. Dhru's figure was shown, and then he started liking Dhruv, but then he started liking Vishnu more than Dhruv. And then when all these things are happening, he was getting 3 successful visions. In the first vision, look at carefully, very briefly, in the first vision, he was sleeping at about 2 o'clock in the morning, early morning. He heard somebody calling him, and then the dream, Vishnu was standing there. When Lord Vishnu was standing there, he was out of the body. His body was there. Vishnu showed his body, that's your body, and he was out of the body. And this is called, of course, Dehatma Buddhi. He was taking at 8 years old. What kind of a parents he must have had, right? Spiritually very high, and then wonderful devotees of Lord Vishnu. And therefore, I wanted to, but I go with all the devotees' wish. I would have brought it long ago, 100 years ago. Our devotee, Nandakishore Maharaj, came and adjusted it in Atlanta, and then it fell down. I started talking, he came and held it once again, and then it went up like that. So Baba was doing a lot of fun with Nandakishore Maharaj. Unless somebody is Sankita child, our Bhagavan will not do fun. He does a lot of fun with me, and hence all the humor. Today, I didn't bring any humor because the topics are very heavy. But then there is one humor about an Austin devotee, my representative in Austin, a little bit later. So in the vision, Vishnu is saying, that is your this thing, and you always think, he say, Rege, you are always thinking that your body and you are the same. That is not the truth. So Vishnu was saying, Dehatma Buddhi ko chhod do. You have to leave because you are not the body. You are different from body. That's why I separated you. In the next day, there was another dream, another vision came when Vishnu Maharaj was standing there, and his body, he was out of the body, and Vishnu was standing there. Next to Vishnu was another fellow was standing there, next to Vishnu. Yeah. You may be knowing this story. my great grand old man is here, and he is one of the greatest devotees of Lord Shiva and Parvati Devi and Durga Ma. Because his mother used to worship Durga Ma, graduated into Shirdi Baba. I'm talking about Srimati Padmavati Devi in Vishakhapatnam. So, this is how Vishnu started talking. Do you see the next person standing next to me? He said, yeah, I can see. The person I brought him to and introduced you, just like several people are introduced to your mom, right? He said, I am introducing this person. He is your man. He is the Sai Baba of Shirdi. I brought him all the way. He is going to be your Guru, Guru Raj. So you stick to this man. Vishnu actually said in Sanskrit probably, whatever Vishnu language, Vishnu white language is, he said that, and then this is a translation by Sri Narasimha Swamiji. Said, you are going to stick with this person. And a lot of descriptions. I'm going to the third vision. The third vision is, he's flying. One of the devotees here, the one I learned English from, she used to get lots of this dream. In the dream, Mbere gave us flying. She used to get, Saikini, used to get a lot of dreams. The only other person who got all his life flying dreams is this humble self of Shirdi Baba. Flying denotes anybody who gets, anybody else who got this dream, that denotes very great things. Flying dreams are no normal dreams. If you are in the dream flying and it comes often, is it booming? It comes often. You are in for a very big life. My English teacher may become Harvard University's English professor, but she may not choose that because she has not chosen to do job. Sorry, that's a top secret of your life. When she becomes professor, she might call me, and Nandakishore Maharaj will say, hey, you better become professor. That's the only way I can retire from IBM. Because Harvard professors are getting much more than, IBM salary. He's flying, and then while flying, he knows very well, while flying, 8-year-old boy flying, what does he know about? He knows a lot because he was born with a sense of belonging to Vishnu, now sense of belonging to Durgaji, now sense of belonging. This man, you stick to this man. That man is this uncle. And he is flying, and then at some point he gets down, and then he tells the people, hey, what is this city called, village called? People say, it is called Shirdi. He lands in Shirdi. And then in Shirdi, some people immediately ask, is there a person called Sai Baba of Shirdi? And the person says, the farmer says, I'll take you there. That's called Dwarakamayi. So he is taken to Dwarakamayi. Baba is sitting there with legs outstretched in the Dwarakamayi. A lot of description while flying, but I am cutting short because our hosts have given just 1 hour. He could have given me 4 hours. You can all eat, and this is American style. You can eat the prasad and then listen to the satsang. Of course, nobody will be listening because the sweet was so good. Ricky, at that age, he didn't know whether to approach Shirdi Baba or not. He's just outstretched feet. He is there, and then he goes. All that he knows is it's booming suddenly when I come close. Oh, because of that? Oh, that's a culprit. I'm not the culprit. Okay. I'm absolved of a minor crime while talking about Shirdi Baba. Anyway, our masters are there. They will take care. When he goes there, he touches the palm immediately. So, sometimes Shirdi Baba gets angry. Therefore, before that, he Sashtanga Namaskar. He falls at his feet. Baba says, what? You have come all the way to take my darshan? What? You have come all the way to take my darshan? Anybody getting the meaning will be fortunate people, great devotees. He says that, and therefore, I'm only a man. Please, get up. And then, he got up. Baba got up and said, is it my dream or your dream? I am your debtor. I must take your darshan. And therefore, so saying in the dream. So I am your debtor. I have to take your darshan, telling 8-year-old boy. And he does Sashtang Namaskar. He does Namaskar to MB Rege. Look at that. In the future, he is going to be an Ankita child. He is going to enjoy it every day. The great grace of Shirdi Baba, every day, every moment he did that. It's a long story. I'll cut short to 3, 4 instances. Reggae is very fortunate. This is only a dream, and then he wakes up. He's a student. He becomes 12. I'm cutting short lots of dreams. 12, and then he becomes 15. He's still a student. He could not go to, after these dreams, he could not go to Shirdi. He doesn't know where is Shirdi, who is Shirdi Baba. He knows Lord Vishnu came and told he is Shirdi Baba. Therefore, he met Shirdi Baba in the dream. He remembers he's 15 years old, 16 years old. And he could not go because he couldn't command any money, normal family. Therefore, he couldn't go all the way from his town. But then he wanted to go. He definitely wanted to go, like all of you want to go to Shirdi, and he went there to Shirdi. When he went to Shirdi, Baba is surrounded by lots of people. And lots of people are there placing, how can I go and places this thing? Place my head on. So he says he thinks lots of people are surrounding and he doesn't know who are all there. This is real Shirdi and not a dream. Real Shirdi Baba, not a dream. When he goes there, he's just wandering in the Sabha Mandap. He's isolating himself, and then suddenly he goes there and falls at his feet. Baba says, why are you doing namaskar to an ordinary man? I'm a simple man, and why do you do namaskar to me? Therefore, get up and go. And he's a little bit rebuffed. He's not regaled at Baba's reaction to his namaskar. Lord Vishnu, he is thinking, Lord Vishnu is already 16 years old now. Lord Vishnu has already told me, he is your man, you stick to your man. But then when I go really, what is this? This is not a dream. Vishnu was a dream. And this Shirdi Baba says, go, I am a man, why do you do namaskar to man? Now, what can I do? I have come all the way to Shirdi. You travel all the way to Shirdi from Irving or Flower Mound. And then Baba says like this in your dream, why do you come to Shirdi? He told several people, notable of which is Ashok Pradhan. I have told this story about a year ago. When he came to Shirdi again and again and again and again, Baba just rebuffed, and then he got angry. He said, did I not tell you what is the city he came from? Ashok Pradhan. What is the first Shirdi Baba temple? Bivpuri. Bivpuri. He said, very good, you're all following, all of you are following, except one or two. Well, come to this satsang once a year, only to Sri Ramakrishna's home, Srimati Ji's home. At that point, when he says that, he goes there and then he comes again and then falls at his feet. After about 10 minutes, everybody is gone, and then Baba said, that's already 12:30 p.m. There was a rule in Shirdi in those days, implemented and promulgated by Dwarakamayi. Nobody should see Shirdi Baba after 12 o'clock, like uncle, right? After 4:30, you are not supposed to call. Already my grand old man saying, no, that is not true. I call only at 6:45. That's okay. 1:30 lunch, everybody will call me. I ask the statistical formula for 1:30 people. I just start taking my little dinner like a little child. I will nibbling at the rice and the nice spinach that she makes. There'll be 2 phones calling. 3 people will be calling on my 2 phones. 1:30. I am not lying to you. The proof of the pudding. She's here. She will tell you. And then I go and attend to them. I never ignore anybody's call. She knows that. Much to her, pleasure, displeasure. Then again I come start eating. I keep my phones near my glass of water, near my plate. Definitely 5 minutes I enjoy her food. She's an extraordinary cook, and I'm enjoying, and some people would not like it. Therefore they call me again. Uncle, I've been calling you for the last 17 days, 7 days. Okay, I'll take your call. So I'm eating and taking the call. Radhakrishna says after the story, back to the story of this great uncle, after 12:30, nobody should approach him. Right, Lalitaji? After 12:30, nobody should come to me, nobody should approach. But then it's 12:30, 12:21 at that time. He goes there. Who? Reggae, 18-year-old boy. He goes there, and then Baba says, come here. He thought he will be kicked off. Baba's anger, all of you know Baba's anger, right? He says, and my darling, my dear child, you please come. And then he goes, gets closer, he embraces 18-year-old boy, he embraces, and then say, you are my child. You are my Ankita child. Shirdi Baba telling our 18-year-old boy, you are my Ankita child. We have to protect our children. I have to protect you from the crowd, from the strangers. All strangers were there. Children need to be protected. Children need to be protected. And therefore, I kept you off. So that was a very good thing, that 18-year-old boy. Reggae heard from our uncle, said, so he likes me. He also told me, I am an Ankita child. Right? When he says that, he's very, very happy. And then he also says, uh, Ankita child and all that, he says, go and stay with Ai. Ai means Radha Krishna Mai. Krishna Mai is a very, very famous for two things, three things. She was highly dedicated to Shirdi Baba, and she was highly, highly known for her severe, severe anger. She will get angry and then kick you. Shirdi Baba devotee, intense devotee, she is taking care of the sansam things, and she's taking care of whatever Shirdi Baba wants, therefore she used to get angry. The other famous thing she is known for is her beautiful voice. She used to sing bhajans and all that. Probably better than my favorite Asha Bhonsle, if you will. I'm sorry she passed away. I felt very much that day when she passed away last month, right? So, India's Nightingale. But then long before Asha Bhonsle was Radhakrishna Mai. This reggae went there. When reggae went there, he knows that Radhakrishna Mai's face, very bright, and then very young lady, and then she came there when she was only about 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl. Now she is about, say, 18, 20. And then he goes there, and then she welcomes, because Baba has sent. Anybody who goes to Shirdi when Ai was living will be sent to the school of Ai. You all know that, right? That's the school you have to pass. It's more difficult than passing MCAT. Because currently people are obsessed with MCAT. This is an MCAT time, right? You are applying for medical schools. Oh, the national average is 511 out of 528. Somebody who's getting 510, I interviewed in our eye surgeon's office. He said, Uncle Ji, this is my third attempt. I want to forget MCAT. 510 is enough. I said, yeah, you are applying for all the... I'm not denigrating DO. DO is as good as MD. But DO schools will get it. They're happy with 502, 505, 510. This is true. Anybody whose daughters and sons are applying for MD schools, DO schools, you can get into if all other things, characteristics are very fine. With 505, 510. So I told him, oh yeah, you can apply to DO school. The school in Des Moines is very good. The PCOM in Atlanta is excellent. So these are all much better than even MD. And there are schools I came to know from a doctor in Houston. I didn't know it before. There is a school in Albany. You all know Albany, right? Where for admission to MD, they don't require MCAT. Wow, I have been spreading this news like forest bushfire in California to all the students who are just 10 years old. I asked professor to, all this news, spread all the news in your UNT. He's a professor teaching medical students. So spread to among all the things. Next year, let Albany get 1 million applications, out of which only 150 will be chosen. Anyway, this test I was talking about, Ai, right? Getting through Ai school is very tough because she gets angry. And then they got, the gelding, melding was very good. And Baba will send whenever, what's his name? Reggae. MB Reggae is there. He will send 2 roti, one for Ai, one for Reggae. When he goes, Baba will know, therefore will send only 1 roti. They were trying to find out what exactly is the laya, what is the manolaya for Shirdi Baba. Both used to sing very well, therefore MB Reggae found a very good match. Reggae also found out that this lady is very highly intellectually, very advanced lady. She knows a lot about Shirdi Baba, which is true. Because she used to arrange all that Baba wanted. They started thinking, Baba thinks, and even without thought, this lady will go and make it and then give it. There are 2 persons who were doing this, reading Baba's mind. One was Ai, the other one was the lady who was staying opposite to Dwarakamayi, currently a huge store, currently. It used to be the place where that lady was living. She also was, what do you say? I forgot so many English words. My English teacher, stuttering. Oh, now you have become an English teacher. Good. She used to stutter a lot. You know the story. Baba used to go there for poli and all that. He will think of poli, she will bring poli. if she takes about 10 seconds more, Baba will get angry. How come you delayed my poli? So because they all read their minds, and he reads everybody's mind. These two worked in tandem with each other. Please listen. Please listen. In tandem with each other, and therefore both of them got on very well. One day, they were thinking about Laya, Manolaya, what is the best thing. Both of them decided, okay, if we start singing, it gets the attention of the entire Shirdi people. Get your attention to the story, okay, whatever may happen. They decided, Yalaya in my songs, Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Raghurama, all these songs she used to sing, Krishna, songs on Krishna, because she is called Dwarakamayi. She had a statue when she came to Shirdi, small Radha Krishna statue. And then, so she used to sing, but then they decided for a true Manolaya, these songs are all not okay, because all the people come on the street, they stand. The line up to the Dwarakamayi in those days, the next was the place where Radha Krishna was standing. On the other side was the horses' place. They decided, okay, then what else can we do? The real love of Shirdi Baba is the best thing, they decided. Because we have to love Shirdi Baba. That is why I said, in order to approach me, you should have appropriate, pure thoughts. Bliss. Out of love comes bliss. And bliss is the true Manolaya. Radha Krishna Mai said, if you love Shirdi Baba, if you love your wife truly, if you love your sons and daughters truly, if you love Sai Uncle truly, for all that I am doing, then you will get easily his advice, his dreams, just like he got 3 dreams. That is the truth. You will enjoy the truth. You will get experience of the truth. Every satsang I say, lots of people are writing to me. That's why I get hundreds of emails. Uncle, what you said is true. Uncle, you are right. Uncle, you are right. You asked me, you told me you'll get the home, first home in May. The Atlanta gentleman is living in that home. February. Yeah, he got the home in February. Until then, he never got the home. I told one CEO, go to the old home in Austin. Go to the old home. The new home is a little bit jinxed. So you don't live here. His wife was a little bit angst, had a angst about the new home, even though it had a lakefront, blah, blah, very rich home where all the CEOs of the world were living there. Very nice place in Austin, but then he is moving. Yesterday he moved to the grand old wonderful home he lived previously. Because he had a Dwarakamayi in that home. In that Dwarakamayi, there was a big fire about 10 years ago. The fire came up to the opposite, the road on the opposite side it never came to his home, even though he evacuated. That fire name I forgot. You remember? Either my teacher or my Srimati ji? No. That fire in Austin, there's a name in that county's name or something. Okay. So it came and it didn't touch the Dwarakamayi. So they were very safe, and he has moved back. Next Friday he is moving. Yesterday, he boiled the milk, your customs, right? Boiled the milk and gave it to Shirdi Baba. One sweet the missus made. They are watching, they are listening to these 2 sentences about what happened. So Baba is absolutely right. So Rege knew, and Dwarakamayi, Radhakrishna Mai knows what is exactly going on. And this conversation Baba overheard from sitting in Dwarakamayi. He called Rege and said, what's the conversation going on? Baba said, Japa. And what name Japa? Rege says, oh, of my God. Baba says, who is your God? He says, directly, brazen reply, you know my God's name. Rege is saying, 18-year-old, you know it. And then Baba says, that's all right. Therefore, the Japa was approved. And when the Japa was approved, he went on saying that, and Radhakrishna Ai already had bliss. But then, here is a new man, a college student. He's coming here all the way and then doing all sorts of things. He's getting the favor of our uncle. Radhakrishna Mai is thinking, how come suddenly he's, under good books of Shirdi Baba? I thought I am the only one very close. I provide him roti, I provide him plantains, I provide him even red plantains. This Rege had a weakness for, pronounced weakness for red bananas. He used to love red bananas. Wherever there is red banana, just like a orangutan or a monkey, he will jump and then take it and eat it. Orangutans also love red bananas. Baba had other ideas. He called to Dwarakamayi. One day he was visiting Dwarakamayi. One of the devotees brought a sack, a bag full of maybe 100, 200 red-skinned red bananas. And the red banana was taken out by one of the assistants, maybe Shama, and then Shama is always there and he also loves red banana. But Reggae has got a weakness for red bananas. And therefore, Baba is taking, and Reggae is already thinking, oh, I'll get, he's got 100 bananas. Baba will give me at least 50. Because he has told me I'm an Ankita child, right? Ankita children get everything from Shirdi Baba. That's true. Therefore, he is waiting for that. Baba takes one banana and then he peels it off and then throws it to all the devotees. He doesn't eat. In the skin, he also, so when the skin comes, he eats it. Baba used to take not the muscled banana, Baba always used to eat the skin. None of you knew that, right? Srimati ji knows because I have discussed this matter. Whenever banana comes, I'll go for the skin. Because skin is also very good. All the vitamins and the protein, blah, 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 it is in the skin. So why do you throw it off? I really don't know. When I read long ago Shirdi Baba story, he is showing us a good direction for bananas. So people will go bananas if I tell you eat banana skin. You will go banana skin. Reggae is waiting. The second banana is taken by Shirdi Baba. He also eats the muscle. He throws some muscles and then to others and then one bite here and then skin, entire skin. Third banana, he throws it to somebody else. This fellow is getting a little bit, is outraging. What is this? Ankita child is left without a banana. He must be knowing that I love red skin banana. The fourth banana, when he is completely this thing, he eats the banana muscle and then he comes to Reggae and say, have I given you nothing so far? In Hindi में बोले होंगे हिंदी में आपको तो कुछ नहीं दिया अभी तक. So most of you know Hindi. So you know some Hindi. My daughter loves Hindi and we both try to, I teach her Hindi. Sometimes on the channel, Hindi channel, some Hindi movies going, Rocky and Dharmendra are singing a song. I tell her even song meanings. Said, very, very good song. Okay, Sharmili song. Oh, very good song. And then she will be watching. That is how she learned Hindi. Right? Aaj madhosh hua jaye re. She is the one who follows Hindi songs of the 50s, 60s. Were you born in the 50s? No. She watches old movies. Like sometimes when I am very tired, I listen to old song. Old Hindi Gana, okay? In Anand, the guide, blah, blah. Now this fellow said, have I not given you something? Abhi denge bhai, he gives one bite. Near them. He bites one and then Baba bites one. Again one more bite, one more bite. Finally the skin comes and then he gives it to Reggae and then eat the skin. The whole skin is yours. The banana is yours, the skin is yours. And now he knows Baba is treating me like an Ankita child. Right? When Baba doesn't give you 518 in MCAT, you come and tell this uncle, what is this? I got only 510. Hey, there are lots of Devo schools. You go there. Your destiny shows only Devo schools. All these things when I see, I'll tell them. But they are disappointed. When they go to a nice school in Des Moines, Kaplava, Iowa, right? That's a very good school, Devo. Or where MCAT is not required, I told you, Albany, upstate New York. Sylvan, beautiful surroundings, Albany, that you should see very close. 2 more steps, you see Niagara Falls. So, Reggae is enjoying that fruit, and then Baba comes and says, Reggae now understands. Okay, this Shirdi Baba is very tough nut to crack. Yeah, all of you knows that he's very tough. But then if you follow the simple techniques to reach Shirdi Baba, first one is very bitter. Attend all the third Saturday puja. Oh, Uncle Ji, wo to kabhi nahi hoga. I attend one puja, like his neighbors would have come to the puja. So when this is happening, 1912, Baba is very well known to Reggae now. On a Guru Purnima day, he goes there to meet Raga. He's still a college student, just 22, 23. He is going there, he is highly mortified because everyone else is taking garland. He is the only one who doesn't carry a garland. He's thinking, God, I'm his this thing. What is it? Ankita, child, I don't have a garland. Baba has got so many garlands. When he goes close by, he takes all the garlands and gives it to Reggae, telling, you can have all these garlands. This is where our MB Reggae is left. Baba is very close, and then he's so close, he got all the garlands. He is proving, you are really my child, my dear Ankita, child. And then let us go to 1916, Ramnami Day. On Ramnami Day, 1916, he thinks, I should give something very big to Shirdi Baba. So everybody is bringing all 8 cloth, 8 shawl, this shawl probably during Shirdi Baba's times. Incidentally, this was owned by Shirdi Baba's and Shirdi statue. Somebody gave it to me from Shirdi. One of my favorite shawls that he was wearing. Nowadays, he sends me a lot of things. He sent me also his Paduka. 1 year ago, the Paduka came through one of the devotees. That devotee must be here today. Huh? Oh, she didn't come. A doctor from Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam is my favorite town. But then 1/3 of the other city. What's the other city? Vijayawada, that Krishna river, the train is passing slowly, used to go to Delhi. I used to enjoy one town in Vijayawada. Anybody from Vijayawada? One town. One town, I used to look at that. This is going to be a rich downtown, and this city will be richer than Coimbatore. Today it is. All rich people live in Vijayawada. Somebody is sending me emails about 1/3 of Vijayawada, all people who are suffering. 5-mile email, 2 miles long email, true. I'm not just exaggerating. They know. I have told them. One email had 27 names, 27 families. So while reading, I just bless them. My name comes, I bless you, I bless you. But very tough issues they are going through. So Vijayawada has become dear to me. Earlier it used to be Visakhapatnam. Because Sita Madara temple, I love that Sita Madara temple. One day, she is from Visakhapatnam. They are from Visakhapatnam, grand old man. Lalita knows Visakhapatnam, Vishwanath knows Visakhapatnam. So this city, everybody knows me because, you are solving everybody's problem. I just raise my hand and said, I solved the problem. Next email comes, already that those people who were about to divorce, they came together, uncle. I don't know what trick you did. They are living happily. Uncle, the doctor said you don't have any problem in the heart. They are okay. Uncle says your surgery will be okay. Uncle says her surgery will be okay. Everything will be okay. In one surgery, there was calcification. The doctor said in Visakhapatnam, there is no calcification. You are okay. Your heart is pumping. Your BP is a remarkable, Remarkable BP. How much? 123/75. That's a good BP. Am I right? She knows more about BP than me. Because she is watching over BP, right? Yeah, if somebody knows more about heart means you have a very nice heart. You are taking care of your heart. Right? That's what the meaning is. So BP, I also see the machine, and then my doctor, I go to a doctor's office, and then they say 156/110. Your machine is wrong. Take the real reading, 123/76. Take after 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, the nurse comes and takes my BP, same number. The uncle knows. This has happened. You ask her. Everything is true. Uncle says everything. No blatant lies here. Everything is absolute truth. 1/3 of Vijayawada, I know. You come to my home, I'll show one email, 5 miles long, I'll show you. Some of you. You have seen it. One email only. 3 days ago, another 2.5 miles email came. New people. So Vijayawada is being introduced to me. What punya I did, or what pap they did. They're all suffering from so many problems. This is not correct. I told my uncle, this is not correct. Please solve all their problems. Somebody was running a bakery, uncle. I was also working in a bakery. The bakery went belly up. This is the owner's pictures. They all look like PhDs. One fellow looks like professor, another is an IT master's degree. They were running a bakery in Vijayawada. It went belly up. I just said, do this and then your bakery will come up. Some simple suggestion. They did that, the bakery is selling already. 1 month, the bakery is again coming back to its position. How do these things happen? That is a secret I am sharing with everybody. Chinu's husband is here. I shared this is secrets with him also about human body and this thing. Right? I told you about Dehadya. You have to overcome. If you overcome the sense of body, then there won't be any disease, because even the body is affected by the disease. You are different. I told them in the gym, I met them in the gym, my friends. I told them, I didn't see you in the gym. They came, they still come. Your son met 1 year ago. I told them something really, really, really big, right? You have to appreciate detachment. Detachment with everything. I told the gentleman, you have to get detached from your wife also. He didn't slap me for that. I expected, like MB Reggae going and touching shit. He didn't slap me. He said, Uncle, how can you do that? Getting detached from your wife. I said, I'm not using any D word. You get detached from everything in the world because you don't belong to this world. I told you also, if the body becomes different, your suffering is only for the body. Even when you are living within the body, so you think, you are not living within the body. If you come to Shirdi Baba's lecture about 5 years, you will exactly know what is uncle doing, why uncle is insisting on these things. You get detached. MB Reggae, he didn't do anything like that, but then he wanted to give Shirdi Baba something very valuable. He went to the market and got a muslin, Dhaka muslin, for 85 rupees. 85 rupees muslin he brought, and then he just hold it. I mean, he can hold it in his palm because muslin cloth is silk combined with rayon and all those things. You know muslin. So he was made it into a small packet and put it in his shirt. Everybody was going and giving something. He also went, Reggae went. 23 years old, he went there. And then while doing namaskar, he just pulled it and put it under the gadi. Shirdi Baba was sitting there, right? Under the mattress, he put it. And then when he did that, you think Baba didn't watch? Baba can watch hundreds of miles away in a city what's going on. He's watching now. This life picture, he's watching all of you. He's watching my satsang. So I have a lot of proof how he is watching, how you get the message from him and all that. We'll talk about that in the next satsang. But then he puts there, and then Baba says, everybody is gone. Baba says, now clean my gadi. Gadi ko leke clean karo. So somebody came, Shamar, somebody took the gadi in his hand, and then while cleaning, Baba took hold of the muslin. And then he just opened it and then looked at Reggae, and then he put it on and then said, am I not looking beautiful? Am I not looking charming? Looking at Reggae. And then said, this is mine. He first said that this is mine, I'm not going to give it back. That was the idea with which he took the muslin. That was the idea. So he got it. An Ankita child, whatever you wish will happen. And how to become an Ankita child, it's a big book, as big as this, or probably bigger than that. And then, after doing all these things, in 1916, it was probably after the Ram Navami day, one day he went there. Reggae knew that he is getting a self-identification. He gets identity with Shirdi Baba, big uncle. He knows that. And therefore, that day nobody was there. He calls. Baba calls him close by and then embraces him once again and says, you are my Ankita child. Ask anything you want. Rupees 5, rupees 100, exact amounts he said. 5 rupees or 100 rupees, or anything you want, you ask, it will be given to you right now. Here itself I'll give you. This was a trap. MB Reggae, he knew, even though he was only 23 years old, he knew it is a big trap and I cannot ask him anything. Million rupees, he could have asked. He said, ask for anything, I'll give it to you. My treasury is full. And Baba, for all you know, he would have given anything. 10,000 rupees in those days is like $100 million. He said, Baba said, even though you do not want anything from me, I want to give you something, so ask for something. Immediately, Reggae, 23 years old, he says, Baba, is that understood? Baba, is that understood that I'm going to ask anything and you will give me? Baba said, yes, I'll give anything you want. I'll give you already, I promised. No more second time, no more 3 times. And Reggae says, Baba, I want this from you. In this and in any future birth, I'm not supposed to be separated from you. I cannot tolerate separation from you. And then in all the future births also, you should be with me. And you and me should never separate. You should be with me, he says second time. And Baba was full of joy. He said, that is granted. Yes. He says, Baba said, I shall be with you, inside you, outside you, in whatever form you are, in whatever, animate or inanimate subjects, inanimate things you are, I'll be with you. That was a big promise, and Reggae was extremely happy about that. And after this statement, Reggae goes on living, and every day this MB Reggae started enjoying Shirdi Baba's grace. Some of the things are even more culturally apt. Some of the things are not very interesting because he becomes, Baba gives a lot of money, and all of you will come and ask me, Mama, give me that mantra where he got $1 million. So I don't want that to happen. From the story, if you read more stories in the life of Shirdi Baba, it's all there. Baba gave him bungalows. He gave much better homes and more beautiful homes than this. Baba can create anything. Time and again I approved, and hence the story of MB Reggae. But then there are people who are much better than the achievements of even MB Reggae. Do I have some time? Do I have some time? Are you all comfortable? Everybody comfortable, Professor? Amma, they're all comfortable on the sofa. Yeah. Yeah, people won't mind if you're sleeping also. How come Vishal is there on the sofa? Okay, all right. MB Reg is part 2. I'm going to come to the part 3 story of Narahari Raikar. It is the most enthralling story I ever told. Narahari Raikar. Do you remember Narahari's story? The only person who lived with Shirdi Baba for more than, no, exactly 21 days. Nobody lived with him other than Shama and Malsapati. They were there, they were living there. Any visitor going, and 21 days he lived, and Shirdi Baba gave him a lot of things. That was part 1 and part 2. This is part 3. Naragari is now armed with the great bundle that Shirdi Baba gave in the Dwarakamayi. That bundle contains the black silhouette, the frame of Shirdi Baba's right foot, and then although the drawing of his right hand of a person who will be born 20 years from 1918, October 15, 20 years from then, he would be born. So was told Narahari Raikar, we'll call him Narahari. Narahari was told that person is not there, he will be born 20 years from now, and then you will meet with him when you are 63 years old. I'm trying to recall. 63 years old when you will be in a hospital. He will become an MBBS, very famous MBBS in Mumbai, KEM hospital. If you go to KEM Mumbai, his picture is there. His name is Dr. Javeri. First name, all you know that. You know first name? She knows. So this Javeri, you also know the first name? What is his first name? Huh? Absolutely correct, yeah. You didn't win $108. I said, because if everybody, people are very sharp. They know the names from my lectures and they read the books, relevant books. This fellow was treated very well, was treated to so many miracles, ethereal miracles, real miracles, standing on the soil, Baba did miracles, right from getting a tea for him in one of the stores before he went. That is part 2. In part 3, he says, he comes close to the left ear of Narahari and whispers in his in his ear. He says, this is the mantra you have to tell him on his right ear. You are going to meet with him, I already told you, I won't repeat. He's going to be a doctor. You will fall sick and then you will meet him in the hospital bed. He will be treating you. You give him this bundle. While giving the bundle, tell him the 2 events in his life because he has to believe you, right? You have to believe uncle. So many people who have enjoyed my future predictions, some of them are here. Some of them are not here. They are around the world in 12 cities of the United States and then Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Pune, and New Delhi, and so many places, Nasik, Calcutta, and so many, Coimbatore, Chennai. So many places in India, they are watching this even though it's early morning. Baba says, whispers, you tell him this thing, do not forget this. He says, the mantra I have given you, you will forget it completely tomorrow morning. When the time comes after 40 years, when you are talking with him, the mantra will come up in your consciousness and then you will tell. Next day morning, Narahari completely tried his best to remember, he didn't remember. And the mantra, all of you know. What is the mantra? Sri Charana, Sri Bhagya Sai. Very good. You mentioned once. Baba said that fellow doctor will mention this once at 1 a.m. Every day you used to keep the alarm at 1 a.m. Wake up for the mantra. Say that only once. How long will it take? Janam Janmo Janmai. About seconds, a few seconds, right? About 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's it. And then he went to sleep. That's the real life. Baba says back to Dwarakamayi, this mantra you tell him, and I'll remind you of that when you are 63, 64, when you are about to die, you will tell him this packet, you have to give it to him, and inside is this thing, the painting. How he took and all that part too. I already explained. There's not much time, and therefore you give it to him. He will make two padukas, one brass and then one wood. The brass one will be used only for Abhishek. The wooden one will be for people coming and touching and all those things, looking and getting my blessing. The more people say, the more Dr. What's his name? Dr. Joshi. Dr. Javeri. Dr. Joshi is a real person now. So Dr. Javeri, the more he says, the more power will come to the footwear. But then, two stories. Tell Javeri, just before your death, the next day will be dying, tell him, no, 1 week before probably, you tell him two stories. He will be going to Goa, and then while coming back, you will develop a fight. You will be involved in the fight. And number one. Number two, on the same day, he will miss his lunch. You tell, he is telling Narahari, uncle is telling Narahari these two things. I won't repeat. One is, you will be involved in a fight. Two is, you will miss your lunch. You will take your lunch only at 10 p.m. that day, 9:30, 10. He said 10, Baba said. And then these two, do not forget. Mantra you will forget. So that's all. And then he comes there next day, 22nd day morning, a Jatka is standing there. A horse-drawn buggy, right? In those days, that's the one. That's the only comfort. Ford T model. So he comes there. He's getting into that, and then there is a suited, booted horseman. He just gets into that, and then he just touches Narahari's head. This is my last time you are meeting with me, and then therefore live a long life. Do all the things I told you. Times roll by, years roll by. Part 3. He comes to KEM hospital. This story most of you do not know. Unless you attend all my pujas, unless you call me every week and I tell you over the phone, I tell the devotees so many living stories. I'm not telling stories from any of the 125 books that talks about Shirdi Baba. This is from my life. I can tell you about the person who is, what a great person, what a great loves that she has. She's going to go through a surgery come Monday, day after tomorrow. How close they are. The surgery will be nothing. They will just conquer, they will just go through it. Your chemo will be nothing. Your extra growth is nothing. Your growth is only 0 to 1 stage. Medical science cannot say whether it's benign or aggressive. You cannot say that it's 0. Any oncologist, Mayo Clinic, you talk to Mayo Clinic, they will tell you, at 0, this thing you cannot say. They could be benign. When it crosses one, second stage, then you can say. Doctors are not God. They don't want to play God. Any doctor here will tell me, oh, we don't want to play God. In other words, God, we are pawns in God's hands and then in His hands. So I have spoken to lots of doctors, and therefore this is true, but they are all go through surgery in California, another serious case. She is now come under Shirdi Baba's grace, and therefore he goes to KEM hospital on a very big thing. Doctors say that he will die within a week. In that hospital, Dr. Javeri is working. He is very young. He was born, I'll tell you that story very briefly. Every evening he will come to that. His friends who are all doctors, they're very young doctors. They're all 20, 24, 25. Javeri himself was about 24 and a half. All doctors will come and talk with Raikar, our, Narahari. And they all go and report to the slightly senior fellow, Dr. Javeri. This fellow, there is a fellow, Raikar, he's 64 years old. He's got a serious condition. Listen to this carefully. He says, he predicts, he talks about Baba, one Baba who lived, who no longer living in Shirdi. He talks about them, and then we don't understand. And then, so just for fun, we go and listen to him. Next day, Dr. Javeri joined them, and then just to have some pure fun, evening when all the duty, every patient has been seen, they come to Royker's bed and then sit there. And then Royker says, so you are all here for fun, right? And he says, that's very true, and you are talking about Baba and all that. We want to have more fun out of Baba. And then our Narhari, right? Our Narhari says, show me your right hand. Said, oh, we are going to have mother of all fun. And Dr. Javeri shows the right hand. When Narhari is seeing the right hand, he said, oh, Baba, he is shouting. Oh, Baba, oh, Shirdi Deva, oh, Baba, he shouts. And then said, we are having more fun, I thought, and you are shouting. How correct you are. Am I seeing the right hand, very nice hand that you are given? He says, what's going wrong with you? Who? Dr. Narahari and the 5 colleagues. We never heard, oh Baba, how correct the hand is. Narahari starts talking very briefly. He says, open the bundle. You open the bundle and take. Baba had given part 1, I told you. He had given the right hand. He drew the right hand of a person. He said, this hand belongs to Dr. Javeri. He will be born 20 years from now. Not even born. 20 years from now, this is a true story. Like Uncle always says, I have even verified with the author who wrote the story. Everything is true because that author also went and verified 10 million times before publishing. Like if I write a story about Sita Devi, I will have to prove that this is not the Sita Devi of Ramachandra Atmanantarkar, right? And then I'll publish her picture, right? If I write about Rani, I'll publish her picture. So that everybody, I'll give their even phone number in the book. They can call and find out, yeah, that is true. That is true. That happened in my life. So, shows a hand to Dr. Javeri, says, this hand was drawn by the Baba I often talk about. This is Shirdi Baba, who attained Samadhi on the 15th October 1918. Today, yes, I was 14, 15 years old at the time. I'm 63. I'm about to die. He said so many things about you. And then if you do not, he said, I can't believe. This is just a mere coincidence. Dr. Javeri says, MBBS. Super specialist in pulmonology. He's a pulmonologist. He didn't get the MD in pulmonology. In those days, there was no MD in pulmonology. So all this asthma, he was an asthma patient. Look what happened very briefly. And then he says, this is your hand. Compare this with your hand, he says. He also says, oh my God, that's my right hand. Javeri said that. It's in the book. And when Javeri says that, he calls Javeri close by. All the other friends are all coming closer to Riker, our Narhari. And he says, all of you will, if you do not believe in this, listen to this. All of you will go next week in another 3 days on to Goa to have more fun. You are having fun now with me. You are having fun with my Shirdi Baba. Now, for 3 days, you are going to Nashik, some Dilwa, there's a city there where one of the friends has a relative. You will go across that and then go to Goa. And while coming back, you will be involved in a fight. You will be involved in a fight, number 1. If it doesn't happen, you don't believe in me, I'm just bluffing, you don't believe in Shirdi Baba. Number 2, that day after the fight, that day you will be missing your lunch. You will be missing your lunch will be delayed until 10 p.m. that day. These two Baba told. Even before the birth of who? Dr. Javeri, who is MBBS. Now you're talking with him. Okay, much water has flown under the bridge, and therefore I don't know what to tell you, but this is what Baba said. You go there. If this proves wrong, you kill me. Narahari says, you kill me, but before that chance, sir, I will die because Baba has told me at 63 in KEM hospital, after you tell them, they will come and tell you, and then that day you will die. They go to Goa. They come back. They come to a city. I'm sorry, I remember literally thousands and thousands of names in the Baba literature. In that mosaic, it's very difficult to remember. I want to remember all your names. That is simply not possible, right? In fact, your mother's name I don't know because I didn't ask. But her face I'll remember. Your face I'll remember for Janmas. That is how much I picturize people. I knew your name. I told my wife honestly, I have not seen him much, but you come to all the pujas. You didn't come to all the pujas, but you saw me in one or two pujas. I told my wife even yesterday, how does he look? Did I not ask you? Uncle always tells absolute facts about everybody's future, everybody's past. One girl came to marry somebody in California. He was looking for an MD. She's not an MD because she failed, didn't pass step one, step two. Her mother came and told me, I'll give you any amount of dakshina. The whole Boston I'll give you. Please ask that gentleman to marry. Uncle, you have powers, you have siddhis, you can do that. I said, it is true that gentleman, a very, very much sought after gentleman, is IT, very top notch IT working for Mr. Sundar Pichai. So now he's become the hot. Did you see Time magazine last week? Sundar Pichai is going to rule the next generation. His picture is there on the right side. IT people would have seen. Lots of IT people, most of you are IT. You don't read Time magazine, right? Read this. Not the current issue, last issue, AI article, Sundar Pichai, first article, he says Sundar Pichai's, all those AI products, he's going to rule the next generation. He's going to rule the whole generation with his products. The chairman of what? Alphabet and Google, right? And that is there, his picture is there on the right side. Not a very endearing picture, but that is Sundar Pichai, because it says Sundar Pichai. That is how he looks, okay. Very charming young man. So, where was I? Connection. Dr. Javeri comes by bus, stands there. While coming in the bus, there are not many seats filled. This is the story. And then they're all there sitting there on the right and left. The front is empty. And then there's a lady, young lady comes with a child and sits there. And the child is playing with the ticket. Okay, at that particular city whose name I'm forgetting, that city, the ticket checker comes. The conductor at the back, not many people, ticket checker comes, and then they all show all the five the tickets. And in the meantime, Javeri looks at the boy, the child. The mother is giving the ticket to the child, and then it just throws out the window. Tired? Look at this story. Out the window, and the ticket checker comes, and everything is okay. He said, "Ma'am, your ticket." And then she says, my boy threw it through the window, my child, 1.5-year-old child. And then he says, the ticket checker is very decent. He says, that's okay. So that stop itself, he gets out. But then the bus starts, and then the conductor comes and starts giving choicest gali. Gali means very bad words. Even worse than what Shirdi Baba gives. When he is angry, Baba will get very angry. Choicest gali is nothing for Shirdi Baba. He will say anything, the iron rod he will take and hit even Shama. In fact, he is about to hit Shama on one occasion. You remember the occasion? I am going on the, off the tangent. Do you remember? No. When they were building the Shava Mandap every other day when he was sleeping in Shavdi, and then he took that and drove everybody out. Next day morning he came, all these things are standing there. He was hitting everybody, including Ramachandra Atmanandarkit's family people. He loved them, but then he used to hit. He gets angry. Very, very, very angry. So all of you get very, very angry. He said, I'm like Shirdi Baba for a few moments. Then I'll respect them, okay? You can get my respect even when you're hitting me. Because you say, I'm like Shirdi Baba. Okay, it's all right. He is giving, conductor is talking ill of that lady, and then listening to that, again, Dr. Javeri, and for young people, 24 years old men, they all stand up and start fighting with the conductor. Before he was born, 20 years before, what did Shirdi Baba say? To Narahari said, you will develop a fight. While coming, there is a very serious fight. They bring, Narahari says, Dr. Javeri says, we will take the bus to the police station. They take the police station, and then they're also getting off the bus. They say he had a ticket. That lady had a ticket. The little child threw it away. I'm true. The mother says that is true. And at that point, the fight is over. They all get off the town where the friend has a home. That home is an old bungalow. And then there is 3-storied bungalow, lots of apartments. And then they bring their lunch. It's about 11:30. They all order 3 lunches. Out of it, 3 lunches will be shared by 5 people, 5 friends, right? 4 plus Dr. Javeri. Yeah, Narahari, no, Javeri. So please do not make any noise. This is the last story. Don't make any noise. Baba doesn't like it. He will take you to task. So they go and start bring a cot out, and then they pull something like a shamiana, because that's a long apartment complex. They all know that place because some of them are living there. They three lunches come, and Dr. Javeri and friends, they're very angry, they're very hungry because they were very angry with that conductor. He is about to take a spoon, and then extremely hungry because rats are jumping in their stomach. Right? पेट में चूहा कूद रहा है. Hindi. About to come close to the mouth. Yeah, 23-year-old lady comes running. He said, "Oh, the young man." She doesn't know they're all doctors. He's a young man. Someone, a man, 28-year-old man, is frothing in the mouth. He's about to die. His BP is very, very low. Probably it's about 98 over 45. He would have died. Doctors know, but it's so low. Please come and take care. Javeri puts a spoon down. Real story, ladies and gentlemen. He puts it down, takes that fellow to the same bus, he puts them and then takes them to the hospital. In the hospital, they cure him, that fellow comes in, but then the time flies in the meantime. Time and tide doesn't wait for anybody. You're Shakespeare. She's a literature graduate. Time and tide doesn't wait for anybody, right? Time went on, and then when they came out, it was 9:25 p.m. When they went and took their lunch, the remaining remnant of the lunch, it was 10 p.m. 10 p.m., 20 years before he was born. This uncle had told Javeri, no, here Narahari. Yeah, oh, you're all following the story. I already told you Peruganna, because in the spoon he was taking the Peruganna. Usha, have you read the story? No, this is not from, the story is from your favorite author, Vinny Chitluri, Jayavahi, their favorite friends, Vinny Chitluri. So he ate and he noticed it was 10 p.m. Next day, he was waiting for the night to pass over. He came to the hospital. He told Narahari. He felt humbled, completely humbled. He was crying. He came, all the five came and said, "Gentlemen, you are correct about the Baba. Let us now know the full story about Baba." That's it. My dear devotees. Important thing I didn't tell you. That day evening, he tells on my little trunk, please don't shout. My little trunk, Narahari tells Dr. Javeri, please bring the trunk. He has only one trunk. What a nice man. Worldly belongings. Only one small trunk in which he has got another diary he wrote when Baba was saying that day after the Dwarakamayi came out and wrote. He shows it to Dr. Javeri and friends. Look at that. And then he takes the bundle with the black cloth and the drawing of his foot. He said, all these things, truth, I won't repeat. Make two, one brass, one wood, and then one is for Abhishek, one for this thing, everything it says. And then he gives the rest of it. You please burn and bury my remains in Pandarpur, near Nasik, right? So I'll become one with, what is the river there in Pandarpur? Chandrabaha. My bhakti runs like Chandrabaha river. Das Gunu wrote. So Chandrabaha river, you, as my asti should be sent. And then he said that, he handed over and he passed away. Narahari passed away, I know the time and the date. He was 63 years old. Some of the great devotees and some of the great non-devotees and everybody will have to pass away someday. But then how do you feel if you know about these stories and become a part of such story? The future generation, somebody will come and tell you the story over the same mic. I may not be there that day. I may be there, I may not be there. I don't know how long he's going to keep me alive, and I won't stop till his name goes. The entire world, the current world, we think his name should be spelled everywhere. His temple should be built everywhere. There'll be more Bhivpuris. There'll be more Naraharis. There'll be more MDs. My daughter knows so much about Shirdi Baba because right from the first year, she is listening. Right? Traveling in her lap, she used to listen to these stories. I've been doing this for a very long time in my life. So, listen to this. Come to all the very practical thing. Read all the emails. You will get to know what I am going to talk. Current email I brought. If you don't read the email, you will be getting lost in my satsang, because part 1, part 2 you don't know. Reggae, part 1, part 2, part 3 I told you. I have brought 3 more stories, but that's all reserved for the next satsang. Let us now do the puja. Please get ready for the puja. Thank you for giving me a very patient listening. Shirdi Baba knows that all of you listen to this great Ankita child and another greatest person, Narahari. Today, you please prepare. I'll have to say certain things, even for the registering in the camera. Congrats to Lakshanya Solipuram, valedictorian of the Austin High School in Houston, Texas. Her parents are Srimati Padmaja Vani Solipuram and Dr. Arun Solipuram. They are doing the puja in Houston today in their home. About 75, 72 devotees are sitting there listening even to this. Congrats to Tejika on her high school graduation next Friday. Next Friday, congrats, wherever she is. Congrats to V. Vaishnavi on her graduation on day after tomorrow. V. Vaishnavi, wherever she is. All right, let's do the puja. Om Sri Sai. I'm not continuing until all of you are ready. This Ashtotram, if you hear once, like the 1 a.m. mantra, Janam Janmo Janmai, Sri Charana Sri Bhagya Sai. There is one 12-year-old, no, 9-year-old boy in Houston. His name is Arjun. Real devotee who is listening to this. Arjun is listening. Every time I talk to Arjun's father and mother, he will come and take the phone and say, Janam Janmo Janmai, Sri Charana Sri Bhagya Sai. And then he will go away. What kind of a devotion is that? 8-year-old boy. Hello, Arjun. His name is Arjun. He's watching. I know that. Therefore, that mantra alone, you need not wake up at 1 o'clock, half an hour before bed. Say that once. Have udi in warm water, a little bit of udi, teeny weeny udi. You, all of you know. Newcomers don't know. You just drink, say the mantra and go to bed. You will have a worry-free mind. And what else? You will have a sleep. Less all that sprout medicine, sleeping medicine, or Walgreens sleeping medicine without side effect. You don't need them. This is the medicine. You will be very happy, and so will be Sri Narasimha Swamiji. If you go to Mylapore temple in Chennai, Narasimha Swamiji's statue is there inside of the temple at the back. Anybody from Mylapore, Chennai? I know one. Oh, you are from, yeah. He is actually from West Marmalam, but Mylapore she knows. Mylapore temple, nobody? Narasimha Swamiji. Yeah, Narasimha Swamiji's picture is, you know, you're in the same area, you have a home, Arkemont Road and Baba's temple, corner. So he knows. Narasimha Swamiji is standing there, sculpted, but then he's live and he is next to Shirdi Baba. Om Sri Sai. Starting. Om Sri Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sri Lakshmi Narayana Namaha. Om Sri Sai Krishna Rama Siva Marutayati Rupaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sesha Saine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Godavari Tatas Shiladivasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Hirdayalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Hirdayavasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Budavasaya Namaha. Buddha Bhavishya Pava Varjitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kalatitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kala Kalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kala Darpa Damanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Mrityunjayaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Amartyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Martya Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jivadaryaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvadaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktavana Samarthaya Namaha. Bhaktavana Pradiknyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arogyakshemadaaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arogyakshemadaaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Dhanamangalya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Riddhi Siddhidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arogyakshemadaaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Putra Mitra Kalatra Bandhudaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sesha Sai Ne Namaha. Om Sri Sai Yoga Shema Vahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Apad Bandhavaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Marga Bandhave Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhukti Mukti Swarga Pavargadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Priyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Priyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Preeti Vardhanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Antaryamine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sachidatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Nityanandaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Paramasugataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parameshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Paramatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jnana Swarupine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jagadapitraya Namaha. Bhaktanam Matrudatru Pitamahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Paramatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jnana Swarupine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jagadapitraya Namaha. Bhaktanam Matrudatru Pitamahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktanam Matrudatru Pitamahaya Namaha. Bhakta Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Bhakta Paradinaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Anugraha Kataraya Namaha. Saranagada Vatsalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakti Sakti Pradaya Namaha. Jnana Vairagyadaya Namaha. Prema Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Prema Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samshaya Hridaya Daurvalya Papa Karma Vasana Chayakaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Hridaya Granthi Bedagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Karma Dvamsine Namaha. Sutta Sasvastidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Gunadita Gunatmane Namaha. Ananta Kalyana Gunaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Ananta Kalyana Gunaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Amita Parakramaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jaine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jaine Namaha. Durdarsha Shobhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Aparajitaya Namaha. Trilekeshu Avigata Gathaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Asakya Rahidaya Namaha. Sarva Sakti Murtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Surupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Surupa Sundaraya Namaha. Sulokshanaya Namaha. Bahiruba Vishwamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arubhavyaktaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Ashintaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvantaryamine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Manovagatitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Premamurtaye Namaha. Sulabhadurlabhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Asahaya Sahayaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Anathanatha Deenabandhave Namaha. Sarva Bharatute Namaha. Om Sri Sai Akarmaneka Karma Sukarmine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Punya Shravana Kirtanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Punya Shravana Kirtanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Tirthaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhavana Nagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satam Gataye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satparayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Loganadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Loganadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhavana Nagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Brahmacharya Tapasaryadi Suvrataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satya Dharma Parayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddheshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Yogeshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Purushottamaya Namaha. Satyadattva Bodhagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kamadi Sadvairi Dvamsine Namaha. Abhedanandanubhava Prabhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Atpudananda Charyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samasarvamata Sammataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Atpudananda Saryaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Prabhannartiharaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samarasa Shanmarga Sthapanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samsara Sarvadukka Chayakaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samsara Sarvadukka Chayakaraya Namaha. Samsara Sarvadukka Chayakaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samsara Sarvadukka Chayakaraya Namaha. Sarvavid Sarvatomukaya Namaha. Sarvantar Bahistidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvantar Bahistidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvamangalagaraya 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 Namaha. Sarvabhishta Pradaya Namaha. Samarasa Shanmarga Sthapanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samartha Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Samartha Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sai Maharaj Ki Se Jai. Om Sri Sai Sri Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Rajadiraja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Okay. The next arti.
शिर्डी माझे पंढरपूर साई बाबा रमावर साई रमावर साई बाबा रमावर शुद्ध भक्ती चंद्र भागा भाव पुंडलिक जागा भाव पुंडलिक जागा याहू याहू अवघे जन करा बाबासी वंदन साईसी वंदन करा बाबासी वंदन गणू म्हणे बाबा साई धाव पाव माझे आई धाव पाव माझे आई.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः. ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री